it is delicate work to get to an apocalypse where there's no outside guarantee to our own behavior, to our own interactions with each other, to our own life itself. The future of what tomorrow brings. Uh, Fiction inherently is obviously structural, and it takes a lot of delicate work to step back from these authoritative statements and ways things should be. The ultimate move of apocalypses really focuses on coming of age relationships between parent and child. That's where who we are and how we're structured is most clearly expressed, um, in its nascent development and trajectory. So classically, the apocalypse focuses on the parent who is trying to uphold the world for their child to the bitter end. And there are all these cutting offs of how far we can go with the child figure, and we get a realization of what life is without the protection of your parent figure, how you live in a world that's truly undone, and where that takes you. So where we've made it dark gets to that same space more radically, like it genuinely pushes things further by upping the age of its character just a little bit to 19, to being that in that real cusp between adulthood and childhood. So the one thing you have to eliminate is this aesthetic distance between you and the character. We're not watching a tragedy of someone heroically perform what they need to and fight fate. That aesthetic buffer, that gap, needs to be eliminated. What the character is doing has to be working with our very own position, our own desire as readers. Uh, you know, you have to make those two things as minimally different as possible, to get to the structural things at work, and to make us feel changed as readers. We have to undergo the apocalypse. That is what Where We've Made It Dark tries to do most of all. Everything has to be urgent and pressing forward, but we aren't able to neatly pin down where things are going. We have chapters that are conversations where we'd like to have action happen. We have chapters where action's happening where we'd like to have conversation happen. So that's very different from messing around with character desire. With readers' desire to have a story be digestible. It's necessary to work with the fabric of our very own desire, to realize it on the page and show it to us. Um, that's inherently undoing, engaging with our own desire, seeing it outside ourselves, realizing I am that thing. This is what I want. Working with that fabric is the essence of dealing with an apocalypse.